Hi everyone, let's talk a bit about breathing, but I hope not in the usual way, perhaps, because I like to ask strange questions. So, typically, we breathe for survival. We need breathing for survival. Of course, we all know that if we stop breathing, chances are that within a few minutes we'll be dying. But then we might ask other questions around this. Spiritual traditions tell us a lot about breathing methods, about procedures that change the depth and the intensity and the rhythm of breathing towards achieving different physiological, emotional, even spiritual effects. We know this. The way we breathe has important reflections on our emotional states, physiology, mind states, consciousness expansion. Now, we may breathe towards achieving specific states, but then perhaps we might ask ourselves, what am I breathing for? Is it just survival? Is it quality of life? Is it for love? Is it out of hatred? We also know that different emotions influence breathing and show up in breathing. For instance, anger tends to take our breath away. Anxiety and fear sort of shrink our breathing. Love, easiness, peace tend to sort of expand, make breathing easier and somehow deeper. But then let's ask a funny question. What am I really breathing for? For peace and love? For hatred? For energy? For loss? What is the intention in my life? Because breathing, in a way, is an equivalent to life. I live as I breathe. When I stop breathing, I'm dead. So perhaps the purpose of life will show up in some way in the way I'm breathing and the underlying intention of living. Then we might also inquire, from where are we breathing as we breathe? Is it from our heart? Is it from our mind? Which place of the body is important as we breathe? Where is it coming from? And within our inner structure, is our soul breathing as we breathe? Or is it just our personal self? And within the personal self, is it our intellectual personal self? Is it our animal personal self? We might inquire internally as we observe breathing. We might decide that we are also noticing the energy we breathe as we are breathing. Namely, we can breathe just with our lungs and with our physiology, or we might intentionally be breathing vitality. But then what level of vitality? We can be breathing vitality of nature, of concrete nature around us, and the vitality we feel in our bodies directly, but we could perhaps be breathing cosmic vitality. We might be breathing mental vitality also. Because as we breathe consciously, and as we picture, we imagine, we sense in our minds, what is it that we are breathing? What kind of energy? What quality of energy? From what level? We might change everything. Then we may use breathing, of course, to improve our health, our mental clarity, our emotional clarity. We may breathe to welcome the divine within us. We can sort of breathe in very high energy. And sometimes we might breathe very low energy as we breathe. My idea here is that we should really sometimes stop to pay attention to how we breathe, from where we breathe in our body, from where within ourselves, who is breathing as we breathe. Soul, personality, what level, what kind of quality. What are we breathing or bringing into the breathing process as we breathe? What kind of energy or quality of energy coming from what level? And this, of course, helps us a lot in our spiritual, let's say, path, evolution, expansion, experience. And this is the idea for today. As usual, if you like, say something about it, share, subscribe, the typical thing.